A secret, history-unveiling Operation Paperclip. The ashes of World War II were still smouldering when a clandestine operation began. America, victorious but wary, was locked in a new struggle, the Cold War. In the shadows, a controversial program took shape, Operation Paperclip. This operation aimed to harvest the brilliant minds of Nazi Germany's scientists and engineers. These were not just any scientists. They were the minds behind Hitler's terrifying war machine. The driving force behind Operation Paperclip was simple yet unsettling: to harness the Nazis' scientific prowess for America's gain. The program's architects believed that these scientists, despite their past, were crucial to surpassing the Soviet Union in the burgeoning arms race. And so began the secret exodus of over 1,600 German scientists, engineers and technicians, many with dark secrets buried in their past. Operation Paperclip remains a controversial chapter in American history. It represents a moral tightrope walk, a balancing act between national security and ethical responsibility. The program's legacy is a tangled web of undeniable scientific advancement intertwined with the unsettling reality of granting immunity to individuals complicit in the horrors of the Nazi regime. This is the story of Operation Paperclip, a story of ambition, compromise, and the heavy price of progress. The exodus of Nazi minds from Germany to America's doorstep. As the Iron Curtain descended across Europe, a different kind of curtain was being drawn in the United States. Behind this veil of secrecy, Operation Paperclip was in full swing. American intelligence officers fanned out across defeated Germany, their mission to identify and secure Nazi scientists of value. These recruits were hidden away, often in secluded safe houses, their pasts sanitized and their expertise assessed.
The scientists, for their part, were driven by a mix of motivations. Some were ideologically aligned with the US, seeing it as a bulwark against communism. Others were simply pragmatic, seeking to continue their research and escape the uncertainties of post-war Germany. Regardless of their reasons, their arrival in America was shrouded in secrecy. Their Nazi pasts were buried, their identities often changed, and their stories carefully controlled.
The integration of these scientists into American society was a delicate and often morally fraught process. They were housed on military bases, given anglicized names, and their families were brought over from Germany. The US government went to great lengths to present them as reformed individuals, assets to their new nation. However, the spectre of their past deeds, of their involvement in the Nazi war machine, loomed large. The arrival of these scientists, though cloaked in secrecy, had a profound impact on the American scientific landscape. They were integrated into various institutions, from universities to government research facilities. Their expertise, honed in the crucible of war, would help propel the United States to the forefront of scientific and technological innovation. However, this progress came at a moral cost, one that continues to be debated to this day. Von Braun's rocket from Nazi weapon to American triumph. Among the many scientists brought to America under Operation Paperclip, one name stands out: Wernher von Braun. A brilliant but morally complex figure, von Braun was the mastermind behind Germany's deadly V-2 rocket program. This program, fueled by slave labor and responsible for thousands of deaths, had terrorized London during the war.
Despite my past, I was seen as a prize by the Americans. My knowledge of rocketry was unparalleled, and my ambition matched the burgeoning space race against the Soviet Union. Under my leadership, the US Army's fledgling rocket program was supercharged. I assembled a team of German and American engineers, our combined expertise pushing the boundaries of rocket science. My vision extended beyond mere military applications. I dreamt of space exploration, of humans setting foot on the moon and beyond. My passion and expertise were instrumental in the creation of the Saturn V rocket, the mighty launch vehicle that would eventually carry Apollo astronauts to the moon.
Von Braun, once a symbol of Nazi technological might, had become a celebrated figure in America, his past largely airbrushed from the narrative. However, the ethical dilemma of von Braun's redemption remained. His wartime activities, his complicity in a regime responsible for unimaginable atrocities, could not be easily erased. The question of whether his contributions to American science justified overlooking his past is one that continues to be debated, a stark reminder of the moral complexities embedded within Operation Paperclip. The moral quandary, turning a blind eye to war crimes. The recruitment of Nazi scientists under Operation Paperclip presented a profound moral challenge for the United States. These were not just individuals who had served a morally reprehensible regime, many were directly complicit in war crimes. They had conducted horrific medical experiments on concentration camp prisoners, designed weapons of terror, and contributed to the Nazi war machine in countless ways.
The US government, however, chose to prioritize national interest over accountability. The Cold War was heating up, and the perceived threat from the Soviet Union outweighed the moral imperative to hold these scientists accountable for their actions. Their expertise, their knowledge of advanced technology, was simply too valuable to ignore. To facilitate their integration, the US government engaged in a systematic effort to sanitize the pasts of these scientists. Nazi affiliations were downplayed, war crimes were ignored, and new identities were created. Files were redacted, evidence was suppressed, and the public was kept in the dark about the true nature of these recruits.
This deliberate obfuscation of the truth allowed the US government to present these scientists as reformed individuals, assets to their adopted nation. However, the moral cost of this decision, of turning a blind eye to the atrocities committed by these scientists, continues to haunt the legacy of Operation Paperclip. It serves as a stark reminder of the ethical compromises made in the name of national security, compromises that continue to be debated to this day.